Today I have something very special for you, because today I want to guide you step by step how you can make your imaginary act so powerful that it has to manifest. And I want to guide you through each and every individual step. And it all starts with step number 1, which is to set an intention, to set the intention of what you want to achieve with this particular meditation or visualization practice. Because when it comes to the imaginary act, you can go into the imaginary act in a deep meditation. You can go even deeper into it in a hypnosis, which you will be doing in case you decide to work with me in the Abundance Reality Shift coaching program. And you can also use the imaginary act in a more surface level way, where you don't go into a deep meditation, but you simply close your eyes and you get into a relaxed state. You then visualize immediately after closing your eyes the intention that you want to manifest. However, in my personal experience, the deeper you go into your subconscious mind and the more you shift your brainwave states from beta to alpha, the easier it will be for you to draw the experience to you. So I would always say, when it comes to short visualization techniques and practices, when you, for example, simply close your eyes and you immediately go into the imaginary act, that's perfect for, well, for in between. It's perfect as a little snack, basically, as a manifestation snack. Let's say you can do that several times during the day, in coffee breaks or breaks that were coffee breaks before, and now they are little manifestation breaks. But when it comes to your morning routine and your evening routine, I would recommend that you go deeper than that and you go in a deep meditation. And when it comes to the intention, you don't just want to visualize and go into the imaginary act in this wishy-washy kind of way. Oh yeah, I mean, I want to be abundant, I guess, and yeah, relationship would also be good. I mean, oh, yeah, maybe. And when I think about abundance, I mean, I don't know. I guess a little bit more money in the bank account would be good. That's not how you should do it. You should be specific. You should be as specific as you can, but not so specific that you immediately dismiss all the opportunities and synchronicities that the universe could provide you with. So for example, it's a good idea to say, I'm making $10,000 a month. That's better than to say, I make more money every month, because more money could be 1 cent or it could be 1 million. What do you really want? In this case, being specific is perfect. However, you have to be careful with, for example, saying, I make $10,000 a month with exactly this job, in brackets, even though I know that this job doesn't allow any upward movement, for example. Then you're just running against the wall over and over again. Whereas the universe says, hey, look to the left, look to the right, I have all these opportunities for you. And that was also something that I was struggling with in the beginning of my manifestation journey, where I said, I want to make $10,000 a month. Or, I mean, no, back then it was actually, I want to make $2,000 a month. But let's say when we go into the same example with 10,000, with this one specific business that I had, and I actually made a little bit more money. It worked to an extent. But then as soon as I said to the universe, okay, actually I don't really care how the money comes to me, I'm ready for all the opportunities that you have for me, then suddenly all the ideas and the direct downloads started to happen, and that's when manifesting got really fun. So be specific where it's effective, but also be more general where it's effective for your manifestation success. And then in the next step, once you have your intention, let's just play with this example, because this is something that so many of my clients want, especially the amazing deliberate creators who join my 8-week Abundance Reality Shift coaching program, which you can, by the way, find out more about by going to affirmationtomanifestation.com/abundance or by clicking on the first link in the description. They are often in this position where they want to make $10,000 a month with their own business, some of them even with a job change. And this was for me also for a long time, this kind of, whoa, $10,000 a month, ooh. And once I then reached it, I was like, oh yeah, that's the new normal. So that's how life can go with the power of manifesting. But if you then have your intention, let's say I make $10,000 a month, then in the next step, you relax into this beautiful state in between worlds. And there are 2 methods for that I love to do and that I personally use. The first method, if you've ever worked with me in a hypnosis session, then you know what that is, and that's to simply close your eyes and to breathe in this relaxed 5-second rhythm, where you breathe in 5 seconds, you breathe out 5 seconds, and you just allow yourself to go deeper and deeper into this beautiful relaxed state. And then there's another technique that I would like to share with you. And this technique is from Jose Silva, the Silva method, which is actually a book that I can highly recommend. And the idea is that you focus while your eyes are closed, with your eyes upwards, as if you would look at your third eye, as if you would look at this chakra, as if you would focus your attention on it. And you then roll your eyes upwards a little bit, up to the middle, and you then count backwards. And he has different exercises for that, from, let's say, advanced to beginner. The other way around, beginner to advanced. In the beginning, he recommends counting from 100, but that never worked for me. That always made me bored. For me, the perfect time is 20 seconds, like 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, and so on, while you then focus your eyes upward with your eyes closed. And this can lead you in a deep, beautiful, relaxed state. That's perfect for accessing these beautiful alpha brainwave states that we want if we want to swim in between worlds and then draw the reality we truly want to experience to us. And this is something that I can highly recommend that you just play with. Just try to play with it, have fun with it. And you can of course also advance this process even more by focusing on brain and heart coherence, by activating your heart. Because yes, our heart is our center of creation, and by you simply focusing on it, you can then activate it and therefore then send the signal out into the field. And this is something that I will also teach you in the Abundance Reality Shift coaching program, but we can also work on it in an individual coaching session. And then once you're in this relaxed state and your heart is activated, then you put yourself into the image. And now you might be saying, yeah, but what image? I didn't think of an image. Well, now we go back to step number 1 with the intention. When it comes to your intention, you want to, of course, also intend with the right image. So when it comes to making $10,000 a month, you could be simply seeing your bank account with an additional $10,000 in this month. Or you could, for example, use a symbol, something that you would invest in or that you would buy once you make $10,000 a month. That's something that you could do. And that's something that I also effectively used as an image for manifesting. For example, I set myself the goal that now that I have reached a certain income level that I reached back then, I will now from now on always, once I reach a certain challenge, fly business class on an international flight. And I set myself this challenge because I love to manifest in this playful way, that I said to myself, every time I'm making more than $10,000 a month, from this moment onward, it means 1 business class flight. And this then adds up. So every time I make more than $10,000 a month, which is at the moment all the time, I basically manifest for myself 1 business class flight. And you can use these kind of images that might not be directly related to the amount of money that you want to make, but indirectly they are related. I mean, of course, if you, for example, have $5,000 in your bank account, just as an example, you could theoretically afford a business class flight. However, if you set yourself the goal to say, okay, I want to challenge myself, I want to see how good I can get at manifesting, and you then say, just like I did it for myself, once I reach a certain net worth, plus I then also make that monthly, then I will start flying business class. This can be a challenging way and a fun way for you to then go into the imaginal act and to see yourself in that business class seat, which would then represent the reality in which you've made that money already and in which you then also on a regular basis make $10,000 a month. And the more life you add to that picture with sound, with smell, I mean, I still remember how I was always visualizing myself in these business class seats and how the environment would be, how the food would taste, how the headphones, which you actually get noise cancelling headphones in business class, how the movies would sound while I watched them. And this is pure joy if you go into the imaginary act, by truly putting yourself into these realities, so let's say this specific reality that you want to create, and then allow these images to guide you to the feeling, and to feel the feeling as powerful, as wonderful, as woohoo as you possibly can. Because remember, feeling is the secret. And then you can of course also combine images, let images melt into each other and create even more feelings, the feeling of freedom, of joy, of abundance, of love for life. And now that I'm talking to you, I'm developing even more this love for life. So yep, these are all things that you can do, and these are the steps that you can take today. Yep, there's no excuse anymore. You can't tell me, oh, but now I don't know how to do that in a practical way. I know that you know it because I guided you through these steps, and you can of course also listen to this episode again and again and again, and then manifest again and again and again, and then manifest amazing realities and amazing things in your life again and again and again. And if you also want to not just find out more about my Abundance Reality Shift coaching program, but also about my audio program, which is very affordable, by the way, and contains a lot of value, you can go to affirmation2manifestation.com/mastery or click on the second link in the description. Because in this audio program, I teach you step by step how to master the law of attraction, and you will also get amazing bonuses, the Trauma Transformation audio course, for example, which is a 60-minute audio course in which I share all the different techniques that I used on my trauma healing journey. And it is a very affordable audio program with practical exercises, that's what I wanted to say, and detailed lectures, and also powerful hypnosis. And by you going to affirmation2manifestation.com/mastery or by clicking on the second link in the description, you can find out more.